even get to in the angle?
The Office of the Inspector General has a pending investigation of the FISA process in the Russian investigation, and I expect that that will be complete probably in May or June, I am told.
My next guest certainly didn't miss that. And joining me now, Congressman Jim Jordan and Mark Meadows. Congressman Jordan, do you expect this report to bring some resolution?
I hope so. The Inspector General's reports have always been good, and it's interestingly enough, Mark and I met with Mr. Horowitz today, and he said exactly what the Attorney General said. He said that in May or June, he expects his report. If you remember the last one last year, he's the one who told us about Andy McCabe, who lied 3 times under oath, lied to the Inspector General himself, lied to James Comey. So we expect the Inspector General to do the good work that he's always done, and like the Attorney General said, and you're right, the Attorney General has handled himself so professionally, so solid, so steady. I think what the American people want in an Attorney General. I've been very impressed with him.
He said made another point about the FISA abuse investigation. You guys did your own.
Right.
Been calling for another one. Let's watch what Barr said.
I am reviewing the conduct of the investigation and trying to get my arms around all the aspects of the counterintelligence investigation that was conducted during the summer of 2016.
Tonight we learn he has a team. He's put together some team of people. We don't know who's on the team, but what do you expect?
Yeah, I don't know who's on the team, but I can tell you if they're near the quality of this AG, we can expect great things. I think Jim and I have walked away very, very impressed with 2 things. One is he wants to get to the truth and make sure the American people have the truth before them, wherever it leads. And the second is that he is extremely diligent about making sure that no stone goes unturned. I mean, he's looking at every aspect. And so this particular comment was refreshing to Jim and I because it goes beyond, it appears it goes beyond what the IG is looking into.
Notice the time frame. He said the summer of 2016. He's going to the start of this. Remember, that's what was so important about this. This is when Christopher Steele is starting to give the installments on the dossier. And remember, they take this dossier to the secret court, and they don't tell the court who paid for it. They don't tell the court that Christopher Steele is biased against the president, extremely biased against the president, and they don't tell the court that later they had terminated Steele from actually working with
They lied about Carter Page. I'm going to say this tonight. They lied. I've had Carter Page on the show. He's a quirky kind of guy. But I went through the oligarchs, all these people. I never met him. Like, I saw someone at a conference, said hi in the hallway. I don't even... But the guy that this is a linchpin of some big, election manipulations, it was ridiculous. He was used as a lever to get in.
Well, you're exactly right.
I'm sorry. I don't.
No, you're exactly right. I think one of the interesting things is 4 different FISAs on Carter Page and no indictment. I mean, come on, it's just.
Hey guys, what I talked about on the angle, I'm very serious about this. I happen to know Bill Barr. I've known him for decades. Okay. The fact that a man like that, who was Attorney General, he was a CEO of the top telecom company in the world, internationally acclaimed, incredible person, had to put up with that and still has to put up with it. Not oversight, but abuse. This is abuse. This is what Nadler and Schumer are saying about him. Let's watch.
He is a biased person. He is someone who is an agent of the administration, is an appointee, a political appointee of the president, whose interests he may very well be protecting here.
I don't think Barr has conducted himself in a manner that earns people's trust. Color me dubious that he's going to be fair unless he proves otherwise.
Laura, one of the interesting things when we look at that, Jerry Nadler says this for television, but in private, he's exactly the opposite. There's 2 Jerry Nadlers out there, and there's the one that wants all about transparency when he comes before the American people, but in the privacy of rooms where Jim and I have been, he wants to make sure that everything is protected and orchestrated just the way he wants. It's time that we peel it back and let the American people.
But what do they expect, that Bill Barr or the AG was going to be chosen by Nadler? He's like, well, this is Trump's chosen guy. Duh. And remember when Holder said he was Obama's wingman when he was Attorney General? They didn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, Bill Barr's a good man doing a good job. These guys can't help themselves. They're so focused on the president, they can't help the country. Think about last week. Nadler does his subpoena for the Mueller report, even though Bill Barr said he's going to give it to us in a matter of days. Cummings does 2 letters to the bank and to the accountant of the president
Unbelievable.
seeking his private business records. And Richard Neal, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, says, I want his tax return for purely political reasons. All in 1 week. These guys are completely focused on that and not doing what's best for the country.
We got a crisis on the southern border. We're going to get into this later.
Exactly.
Crisis on the southern border. 150,000 people they estimate could be coming in just this month.
Yep.
And they want the tax returns. Maxine's making a big deal about it.
These are 2020 subpoenas. They have nothing to do with
What about
transparency.
Cohen? You have a big press conference tomorrow. Any sneak peek? What can we get from you?
You know, we've got a plan that we're going to really make sure that we hold Cohen accountable.
A prison ministry? What are you all
and
doing?
put everybody on record.
He lied 7 times to Congress. 2 are just indisputable, I should say. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow, and we're going to be joined by the minority leader, Kevin McCarthy.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, so it'll be good. Tune in at 11.
Thank you for coming in tonight. We really appreciate it. They did 40 interviews. You did 40 interviews, by the way, didn't you, over the course of your own investigation?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you met with the
Inspector
General. That is a good little tidbit tonight. All right. Remember those reports last week that the Mueller team was not happy with Bill Barr's summary letter to Congress? Well, it turns out they had a